welcome back to another episode of Breaking Trad. I'm Alan.
And I'm Matt.
I'm Amanda.
And I'm Brittany.
Ooh, can you feel the tension in here? You can cut it with a butter knife.
Tension?
Tension.
Are
Attention,
you still
everyone.
on those pills?
Oh, no. No, not on no pills. But no. What's that ringing noise?
Billy Bob did it.
Did you fling it? Did you
What are
fling
you doing?
it? Get it away from me. Get it away from me. Say hello, Billy Bob.
What's going on?
Oh, you know, another day.
Another dollar.
I don't know.
What dollar?
I sure don't.
So, how's everybody doing tonight?
I'm
Magnificent.
kind of cold right now.
You kind of cold?
Try not to have a coughing fit.
Last week you was hot.
I can't know, Alan. I'm probably going through menopause. At the young
Probably.
age of 36.
I know that's their only wish on planet Earth. Man appalls. No,
Yeah.
too punny?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Again, welcome to Breaking Trad. So there is, you guys can hear our guest.
No, not now.
Not now, right? But you will be able to here in a minute. But there's it's that time of year,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the time of year that we all
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
And they do not mean Christmas.
nope.
No, the most wonderful time of the year. Time for the Howard Hill.
There you go. Can we get an applause? Awesome. So we're in preparation. We're geared up, gung ho and ready to go. I love that saying, don't you guys? Gung ho and ready. I know I say it a lot. Gung ho and ready to go. It means a lot if you think about it, right? Anyhow, so we're
Talk
getting
a lot about squash, too.
Huh?
You just talk a lot about squash.
What do you mean, gourd head, squash neck?
But
Yeah.
I could live the rest of my life without ever hearing that ever again.
And yet you insist in planted squash in the garden out here.
Because
Not the
that's
same.
not the same.
She wants to fry it just because of you.
But we're very stoked, very happy, very excited. It's a great time. It's one of the biggest shoots in the Southeast, and we are really looking forward to it. So, not to prolong this. You guys figure it out yet? Cowboy hat? No.
We got one of those, but
Yeah.
that's it.
It's not
Are
good.
you talking about my rhinestone hat? No, I don't have that yet.
You mean Kimberly's rhinestone hat?
No, it's for me.
Oh, now it's for you.
I
Gotcha.
told you it was for me.
Okay, all right. Welcome back to another episode of Breaking Trad.
Kimmy is in a very big pageant this weekend.
Oh,
We have a
goodness.
rhinestone rodeo. I have to be in attendance with her and her mom.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
she's
I'm-
got to look fabulous.
Yeah,
of course.
now I'm confused because I got a text message that said it's for Kimberly, so I just didn't know.
I think I said Kimmy's pageant. I don't think I said Kimmy.
All right, well, let it ride.
I'll check.
We've gotten so comfortable with our audience. I'm just saying.
Yes,
I'm
you're
just
here
saying.
along for the ride.
Extremely comfortable with our audience. But
Thunder.
Yes, it's Thunder.
the lightning strikes.
Ooh, I'm going to the Brooks and Dunn concert.
That's cool.
It is cool.
You
Brooks.
said you're not in a big hurry, and I said if I want it this weekend. You said for what? And I
Oh, wait
said,
a minute. No.
The Rhinestone
Okay.
Rodeo.
We may
Oh,
have,
she
It's
went
for
back.
Kimberly.
yeah.
She went back.
We may have to. We may
But
have,
I would like to point out on the
Okay.
show that she went back and I was correct. Just to get that out of the,
Wait,
you know.
did you say for Kimmy or for the?
I might have said for Kimmy.
Oh,
Okay. All right. Without further ado, let's bring our
That was dumb.
guest on the show. The one, the only. Most of you probably know him best as the bee's knees, the man with the golden voice.
The bandana mandana.
That's it.
Yeah,
the
that's it.
bandana. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest this evening, Mr. Terry Harris. Terry, how's it going, buddy?
I'm doing well, and how about y'all?
Oh man, we're
Wonderful.
doing awesome. You,
Poking fun at each other.
yeah.
yeah, that's what we'll call it.
And unfortunately, proving my husband right, and that just stinks.
You know, do you see how easy it is for her? I'm just saying. It's very
That's
fluid.
because we're on air.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Wait till the mics go off.
There's no taking it back now. I've said it live on air.
She's supplied with wrenches and things to throw behind her.
So Terry, you ready to go, man? You got it all situated?
Well, we're trying our best. We're getting a lot of calls and emails from folks that have not been here before and seem to be looking forward to it. So I'm getting kind of excited.
I'm getting excited. You just got me excited. That's the first time I've heard of that.
Well, I try to keep in the dark as much as possible, but sometimes I have to let the cat out of the bag.
Gotcha. Do you have an anticipated attendance?
I really don't. You know, last year the attendance from the 1st of May to the 1st of June, the gasoline went completely bonkers.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem to be doing that this year, and I'm still garnering a lot of interest. So I think we're going to have a good crowd.
Awesome. I'm stoked. I'm excited. You guys excited?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't wait to shoot everything we do.
Oh. Confused.
But so kind of fill us in. Tell us a little bit about what's going on there. Like, what can we expect this year? Isn't it? This is the 19th, yeah, the 19th annual.
This is the 19th coming up this year, and I know next year we've decided to make it a 4-day event from Thursday to Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I think it helps vendors, and if we have a little thunderstorm or a rainy day, it still gives you plenty of time to shoot.
Right.
As you know, we open the course probably earlier than most other courses and ranges around. We open at 6 o'clock in the morning to let people get out there and get started, and shut it down last year at 5 o'clock on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So it's plenty of shooting time. And again, we've got our championship shoot down on Saturday. We've got the men's longbow recurve together. We've got men's seniors from 62 to 69, the super seniors 70 and above, and men's self bow. We got some great sponsors. Traditional Bow Hunter is one of the American Traditional Archers co-sponsors.
Okay.
For some of the shoot down. Three Rivers Archery sponsors the super senior shoot down.
Shout out to
Pine,
Three Rivers.
Yeah, Pine Hollow Longbows is sponsoring the self bow shoot down.
Okay.
And and then of course you got Rhonda's Luck of the Draw for folks that don't,
That's
know,
right.
maybe just getting started that don't get to qualify. Bear Archery's heavily involved in that, and and then of course I just picked up, as you know, Alan, we have for all the winners of the men and the women's winners, we have one arrow that they get to shoot for the top shot. You've got a cash payout of $300, $200, $100 to the winners of all these shoot downs, and all their scores can still go to the award ceremony on Sunday. It's a multi-round format, as you know.
Right.
And you can do your score. Your high score may be Thursday or it may be Sunday, but you can improve in case you have a bad round.
But to qualify for those shoot downs, it's the first card round, right?
That is the first card round that has to be turned in before you get another card.
Okay.
And so the Top Shot Award, as you know, for the last 3 years, I've given away Eagle trophies.
Massive, immaculate, incredible Eagle trophies.
This Eagle this year, I think, outdoes them all.
Are you kidding me? Have you posted it up yet?
I have not posted it up yet. It's an absolutely gorgeous eagle. So the men get one, or a man will get one, and a woman will get one, and they're absolutely beautiful.
Well, listen, I tell you what, the guy who took it with this primitive bow last year, it was pretty impressive. Nevertheless, I was still extremely upset that I didn't get to walk away with that.
Yeah, he won it. He beat out all the longbows, recurves with a self bow, and almost had a perfect shot on a bobcat about 28 yards away, a quarter away shot. So yeah, he nailed it.
It was insane. It was awesome.
It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if Alan and I might, hold our title.
Title? Maybe. I've got a long way to go though.
I mean, I'm going for it, but who knows?
Right.
Maybe.
Well, so I know you got your hands in a few other things, and I want to get into that. Okay. A little bit. But I really kind of want to. I want you to kind of give us the rundown for the shoot downs and things. So it's the first top 15 of each.
Well, we're going to do the top 10 because there's so many classes now. There's probably top 10 men in the longbow recurve, top 10 in the self bow, top 10 the senior, top 10 super senior. There's 40 shooters, and the top 10 women and top 10 in the longbow and top 10 in the recurve.
Right.
Just not enough women in the self bow too. Now, if a woman wants to shoot a self bow and enter the longbow class on her first round, she's more than welcome to do it.
Uh-huh.
And so, I mean, I don't want to discriminate with that. And but yeah, it's got a great format this year. And of course, there's all the targets are in outstanding condition. So I think it'll be a great time for everyone that comes out. The plaques, I think, are always absolutely gorgeous. I have not changed plaques over the years. They're and you know, when I started this event, I wanted everything I could try to do as first class, and I think I've accomplished that.
Yes, sir, absolutely. But one of the coolest things I think you have that most events don't have, I would say, I haven't been to one this year that would have it, and that is your Rhonda's Luck of the Draw shoot.
That, I think when Rhonda came up with that idea just a few years ago, and it was her idea. There's so many people that don't qualify for one reason or another. Some don't practice as much. Some are just getting started.
Right.
And the reason we call it Luck of the Draw is because, you know, you may have 30 or 40 people out there that don't qualify, but, you know, some people may get there late and not get a card in. That may be a really good shot.
Right.
Well, you got a chance to win a $400 bow from Bear Archery. So we want to try to make it a luck of the draw. So if they don't get to qualify for one reason or another, they still got to be their name to be drawn. We try to draw 5 women and 5 men, and so the winner will get of the men and women a choice of a Bear recurve or a Bear Montana longbow. I think it's a Grizzly recurve, if I'm not mistaken. And then you've got a second and third place cash prize. So, and to me, it's just, I haven't seen anyone else do this. And I think for people that are always standing around watching all their buddies and shoot for something that's worth money or shooting for a giant eagle, they have a chance now to walk away with something, even if they're just beginning. The first person that ever won it, as you know, had never shot a tournament before and won some cash. So
that's right.
It's a good idea.
I agree wholeheartedly. I think that it does not in any way deter an individual. It would actually motivate an individual to.
I agree.
Have that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
One of our members here have gotten to participate in the Luck of the Draw and win. Wasn't that you?
Mm-hmm. It was me.
I did too.
You did too. Yeah, you
Last
won it.
year.
Awesome.
I didn't win the number 1, but yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
got number 2.
And Alan, you know, this year is a prelude to try to start planning for the 20th anniversary, which is in 2024.
Right.
And we've got a lot going on getting ready for that. As you know, Craig Eakin with Howard Hill Archery Company is commissioned to do 20 commemorative longbows from the Howard Hill Archery Company. Mm-hmm. I've already got mine in that will be displayed at the 19th of this year, and then we have reserved the 20th. I think 12 have already been spoken for, but I'm reserving the number 20. That will be raffled off. It will not be made, and it'll be made to the specs, be it draw weight or length of the bow. All the bows are identical.
So
and
it's going to be there's only 20 of them. So
that's it.
The amount of money that you would get off that draw would not compare to the worth of that bow in, say, 10 years because of its rarity.
Well, there'll never be another bow like it. Number one, it's the one thing I'm so proud of that Craig has generously let me basically pick the wood other than the riser. And he came up with the Grenadillo, which is a Central America hardwood, absolutely gorgeous. But he's let me come. It's a 4-lamb bow, 2 lambs on the center are bamboo, and the belly and the back are Osage. And it's already aged a little bit. These bows will turn, as you know, Osage turns a beautiful amber color over time.
Right.
And they're already. And then what he does there is rare. I won't say rare, but it's fairly. You may see some risers, which is the grip of the longbow, that has maybe a silver or an inlay in it. It could be an animal, it could be an elk, could be a deer. Well, Craig has agreed to do 2 inlays. One of the elephant, because Howard Hill was pretty much famous for killing an elephant.
Awesome.
and it's silver, and on the other side is the image of the broadhead that he used to drop that elephant. So that is very unique.
Timbo, right? Wasn't it Timbo?
It was Timbo as the elephant was named, which means rogue elephant. And but this, he's let me name this bow. This is not a Timbo. It's not a Cheetah. It's not a Wesley Special. This bow is named Howard Hill Classic.
I got you.
That's awesome.
You know what's coincidental at best is Amanda called me a rogue elephant yesterday.
Well, yeah, I can see that.
Probably. That's probably true.
I thought she said it's because you were forgetful. It's something else.
Look, I'm just sitting over sulking about the whole thing. Like, I didn't even want to do this podcast talking about all the fun stuff I'm gonna miss.
Oh yeah, I was like, well,
y'all just wrote it in my face. I won't get to be there Saturday.
Yeah, she's not gonna be there.
Sorry.
Alan, let me add one thing about the 20th. And again, that's next year, and we can go into all that after this. But there's a gentleman that's been coming here for the last 3 or 4 years out of North Carolina. And right now I won't mention his name because he's just become a good friend and literally epitomizes what a traditional archer person is about. And this man is commissioned for next year for the 2024 that all the winners, and I think including the Top Shot winners, will get a handmade buckle out of silver and brass.
Wow.
First place shooters and the adults and the Top Shot shooters, I've seen a rendering of the buckle. It's like a big rodeo buckle. I mean, this thing is going to be outstanding, and he's doing it himself or having it done from a company in Texas. So I can't wait to see the finished product. There's no doubt it's going to be outstanding, and I'm very proud to call him my friend. And again, we'll get his name out there a little later on. I don't want to get it out there if he doesn't know I'm doing it.
Right.
But he's he's an unbelievable guy.
I've met the gentleman. He seems like a pretty good guy.
Everybody meets him. Thinks, yep.
Ex-military.
And he's he is retired naval, so we all need to thank him for his service because he is an outstanding individual.
Amen. That's what I'm talking about. So I know, I don't want to take anything away from the hill because this is one of the ones that I look forward to the most all year long. You know what I mean? Like, I understand. Even in the off season, I'm like prepping for the hill. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
Right.
But you've got you got a couple other irons in the fire, yeah?
What are we talking about on the hill shoot?
Well, no, not necessarily on the hill shoot, but everything that involves with the Traditional Archery Museum and.
Well, yeah, it's. I've tried to get as much promotion out there for the Archery Hall of Fame and Museum. Diane Miller, of course, is the CEO.
Yep.
She lives up in Pennsylvania, and there was a bow. I think we may have talked about this earlier when we were talking. There was a bow that I started sending around the country. Yep. In 2017, got 21 unbelievable gentlemen to sign this bow. Several are in the Archery Hall of Fame inductees. Most people know in traditional archery. People like Ron LeClaire, the Wenzel brothers, Fred Asbel, Bob Lee, Craig Eaton. I mean, just to name a few. Byron Ferguson.
Oh yeah.
This bow was won by Mr. Tim King out of Texas, and he generously donated this bow back to Diane Miller, and it is now displayed in the Archery Hall of Fame Museum in Springfield, Missouri at the Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But I'll have a booth out there with a banner, Archery Hall of Fame. I've got probably the last 3 or 4 newsletters that have been printed. They're absolutely gorgeous. Color stories from some of the members, stories from Ken Beck from Black Widow, Byron Ferguson, me, which if anybody wants to read it, Ted Wells, which knew Howard Hill, but some outstanding individuals that have written some stories that will absolutely blow you away. And membership is relatively inexpensive to become a supporting member.
Can we become a supporting member there?
Absolutely. I've got applications there. Actually, Diane now has sent me 4 hats. They're selling hats. It's got a gorgeous emblem of the Archery Hall of Fame and Museum. We've got patches. They're selling T-shirts. Membership is $50 a year, Alan, but you can get 3 years for $100. You save $50. You won't. The cost of the printing basically takes that away. So you're really getting a lot, and you get discounts if you go to the banquet. They have a banquet, induction banquet, every 2 years, and it is out of this world to go. You get at the Bass Pro Shop, they've got the Wonders of Wildlife Museum that has been next built to it, along with an aquarium that's unbelievable. I've been to Atlanta, Chattanooga, Gatlinburg, and to me, this blows them away, in my opinion. And you get extremely big discounts if you're there to go to these things. The Wildlife Wonders, the museum, it will absolutely it'll take you over an hour and a half, nearly 2 hours to go through it. There's that many animals that have been contributed to this from all over the world.
Well, it's definitely on my bucket list for sure.
If you don't do anything other than just treat it as a vacation, you need to go visit the Archery Hall of Fame and Museum.
It's on the list. We just got to find the time to get out there right now. But speaking of, you said they have an inductee banquet every 2 years.
Yep, one's coming up in 2024. That'll be the next one.
And we got a man on the ballot here, don't we? A man on the ballot from here?
No, he's not on the ballot yet. We're hoping he goes on the ballot.
Oh, okay.
He is. They've certainly got his name. We should know something very shortly. Two, they usually induct 4 people. 2 have already been selected to be inducted in the Hall of Fame, and there'll be 2 more this coming year to go. And so there'll be normally 4 inductees that will go in 2024. Again, with him not being on the ballot yet,
you don't want
I'd rather not.
Well,
I don't want to jinx anything.
Well, we don't have to say his name or anything, but what do we have to do to make it come to fruition?
It's done. Well, I nominated him. He's had some unbelievable endorsing letters from Jim Stoughton, which is big in the Shooting USA. 3 or 4 gentlemen that are CEOs that Byron has instructed away. I gave his name away. But
can we beep that?
But his biography, his biography is incredible, and because the man is, I call him the ambassador of traditional archery. He is an Alabama native, and but unbelievable. I mean, I'm not the one that brought the man up. The CEO of the Archery Hall of Fame Museum, Diane Miller, said, "Why isn't this man in the Hall of Fame?"
Right.
I said, "Never been nominated. Who can do it?" She said, "You do it." So I nominated him. He's got some great letters. Neil Bice with Bear Archery has sent a great letter. I mean, there's like 4 or 5 letters. Mine pales in comparison, but if he gets on the ballot, we'll let it know, and if he's inducted, we'll certainly let it know.
Okay, word. All right. So, back to the Hill, I guess. Kind of give us an idea who all we can expect vendor-wise at the Hill this year so far.
Well, Bear Archer will be there. Byron Ferguson will be there. Bivouac Bows out of Michigan, formerly Belcher Bows. Big Jim out of Albany, Georgia.
Yeah.
And a lot of local vendors or some vendors from out of state that have some call. One guy from Oklahoma wants to come set up, sell self bows.
Cool.
So there are other shoots that have more vendors, but you can almost have too many.
Right.
And so I do, Art by Broughton, Dave Broughton, which makes some of the most beautiful knives, gourd holders that hold these knives, arm guards. It's just a lot of different vendors there, but your named vendors. I don't know I doubt that Black Widow will be here. Sometimes they have been here, but we got some great vendors that are coming. You need archery needs. You can find anything you want there.
Absolutely. Every year I buy something every year.
Yeah. Reagan Dreads usually.
Wow, all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Spend way too much money there, man.
Way too much money.
But it's good. It's good to support the vendors that travel to these events. And I always encourage anyone there that whatever event they go to, be it mine or other events around the country, when you see vendors that travel, that costs them money.
Oh, yeah.
They don't just sit behind a desk and take orders over the phone. I mean, Three Rivers Archery is one of the largest archery supply dealers probably in the world. Yeah. And yet you see them traveling to events. Events they're not too big for that, and people enjoy seeing.
Right.
I got to shoot with Jonathan Cart at an event here, a couple of weeks ago, and
You got to shoot with Karch.
I did.
How did you pull him away from the booth?
Well,
He went
I
out real
did.
early, I guess, because he was.
Well, no, we got there. We got there Saturday, and me and another guy, Gary, that helps with putting on our shoot.
Uh-huh.
And but I said, let's go shoot. And he had, I think his name's Pete. One of the guys says, "You got it?" Yeah. He grabbed his bow, and here we went. I cost him an arrow, which was it was a crazy shot, and I'm the one that found the shot. Cost him an arrow. He said, I'm gonna donate a dozen arrows to you and hold one of them out. I said, well, that's fine. But I said, I didn't make you take that shot. He said, well, I had to follow you. But we had a big time.
I got you. Well, cool. I'm again, like I said, I'm really stoked about this. Every year, I look forward to it.
And there was a plaque. Eventually, it'll be on Facebook. We just lost a huge member, not only in the archery world, but he was also an inductee in the Archery Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And Fred Aswell recently passed away. And most people that shoot traditional archery know exactly who Fred Aswell is.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to present Teresa at the Tennessee Classic a plaque. It was on live wood, lasered into this wood of an image. Actually, it was a photograph, but it was she just was blown away. Cam Hubel out of Michigan did it. Mm-hmm. And he's big into traditional archery. He's already made a couple of bows. One of these days, we hope to get him down to the hill. But as a matter of fact, I will have one of his artworks with Howard Hill on it. I'll be auctioning it off at the Hill Shoot. It's after this, hunting the hard way. Right. And I'm telling you right now, it looks like the photo of Howard Hill, but it's lasered into wood.
Okay.
But Rod and I presented that to her. I gave it to her. Rod and I came up with it. And at the top of it, Teresa couldn't even show it. She couldn't even show it to her friends because everybody started tearing up. Mm-hmm. And that's how much it meant to her. But it said above his picture, it said, "Welcome, G. Fred. We've saved a seat for you." And underneath that picture was a fire in a fire pit, and had Ron LeClaire, Howard Hill, Fred Bear, and Glenn St. Charles' names around that fire. And it just blew her away. It really, you've seen I've shown you them.
Yeah,
awesome.
I've seen it. That was pretty awesome.
And it was absolutely gorgeous. So there's so many people that do so much for traditional archery. Right. That it's such a family. And people that haven't tried it need to. People that tried it need to get their friends involved in it. So you won't meet. I call it, Alan. You've heard me say when it comes to sports, archery is a speck when it comes to football, basketball, baseball, whatever, soccer.
Right.
And traditional archery is even a smaller speck in the archery business, but it's my speck. I'm passionate about it.
That's right.
And I love it, and everyone that does it loves it too.
That's absolutely right. I know that passion that you have for this sport because, we all have that simply based on the fact that we put together this podcast and come sit around a table once a week to just talk about
exactly.
Yeah.
And you can't make me believe you've met people and some of the most interesting people that you'll ever meet in archery. And I have over the years, since I've become involved in trying to promote for the Archery Hall of Fame Museum. Some outstanding individuals that many of us have never heard of.
Yeah.
But when you learn a little bit about them, you think, wow, why haven't I heard from this person? So, any kind of archery, you're always running across someone you think, wow, how long have you been doing it? 60 years. And you wonder, am I living in a bubble? Because why haven't I heard about,
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, let's back up a little bit. You said Byron's going to be there. Is he going to be putting on a clinic or?
No, I don't think he is this year. I do know I've asked him to put on an exhibition for the 20th anniversary. So he said if he's still living, he'll be there. So I feel sure he'll do it for us.
That's right. So we're getting kind of close to time, but everybody be prepared. Give me those dates, man. What dates are they?
It's June 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th at Tannehill State Park in McCalla, Alabama.
And the website, right?
Yeah, at TannehillStatePark.org.
Okay, all right.
Plenty
And-
of spaces to camp and hook up your RV and
Do it.
campers.
That's right.
Tons of room there.
that's right.
There's about 290 improved spots in there, close to 300. There's unlimited primitive. There's camping at Farley Field where we have the event along the creek. I think there's like 19 or 20 spots that have water and power.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of camping around the pavilion area that we have set up. So, but there's camping. I mean, there's 3 bathhouses in the park. There's a laundry in the park, a general store in the park. I think it's one of the most beautiful state parks I've ever visited, and the terrain is absolutely perfect for an event like this.
I agree. I think you've pretty much got it planned out and everything's situated and ready to go. Your the Howard or the Facebook page is it American Traditional Archers?
It is American Traditional Archer, and I don't even know if my friend has got the flyer updated. But if anyone would like to get a hold of me, they can call me. If you don't mind me giving my number out.
I don't mind if you don't mind.
No, it's area code 205-587-2652. That's 205-587-2652. And my email is Archer, TW, that's Archer, ARCHER, T as in Terry, W as in Wayne, at bellsouth.net. So if you're interested, need information, just contact me.
That's right. What you doing, Terry? Back up, Terry. What you no. So can they be checking, like, follow you on Facebook and then check, for updates and things like that? These images and all?
Yep, Leatherwall on stickbow.com, Trad Gang, and of course Facebook. I'm on there quite often.
I got you. All right.
Under
Cool.
Terry Harris, yeah.
Well, awesome, man. I'm excited. You excited, right?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited from today all the way through next year.
That's right.
Yeah. Terry
Till
never
next time.
stops. Never.
So, well, we'll be there, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Yeah, most of us,
You got-
anyways.
I know you will. I know, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Well, all right, Terry. I just want to say I appreciate you coming on the show. I'm hopefully we could help in the promotion aspect with the shoot, and like I said, this is one of the largest ones that we go to every year. This is an awesome place, and we're not biased by any means, simply because
no, of course.
we help put it on because we're proud of the work we do. You know what I'm saying?
Dang
It's
right.
good stuff.
Well, as you know, I'm not a club, and it's people like you and Gary Zimmer and Mike Carlton and Johnny Lee. These handful of folks, put it on. We get them out on one day and take it in on the next day, and a lot of folks don't even know how we do that. But we've kind of got it broken down to a science, I think.
That's right. and just to contest the type of people traditional archers are, when the last time I seen Johnny Lee was
At my shoot.
at his shoot last year, we're gonna get together and it's gonna be like nothing ever happened. Like it's just gonna be catch up. Like we're gonna work like
We saw Johnny somewhere.
cogs and where
Briarfield?
No,
No.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it was Briarfield.
I must have missed him. Anyhow, all right, Terry. Well, I will see you in a couple weeks.
Yep.
That sounds great. Well, y'all take care and enjoyed it.
All right, man.
Bye, Terry.
All right, bye, Terry.
Goodbye, y'all.
So y'all seen Johnny Lee?
Yeah,
Where?
I think.
Pretty sure it was Briarfield.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Briarfield. Because I was like, hey, what are you doing? Mm-mm.
Pretty sure that was Briarfield.
Okay,
I
sure.
think it was the first go around, not the second.
I don't know, maybe.
Okay, I missed him. Did you see him?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, we talked to him.
Well, bummer. I missed Johnny Lee. What? Shaw
OMG.
show you what? Who he is?
Wow, really? Yes, that's who you were thinking of.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Did you write down? What did you write down?
Show me
What was the other one?
picture.
Picture.
Yes, that's who you're thinking of.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I missed him. But what's so great about this is it's happened every year, and you know how, like, when you start a job or something, right?
Mhm.
And you go to work.
I mean, I work a job,
Yeah, but when you started it,
not a job. You went very Travolta there.
you know how you start. You know how you start a job. You start a job.
Right.
Billy Bob's looking at me all crazy.
It'll be okay, buddy.
But
I'm
anyhow,
99%
so you know how you start a job and you come in and it's a little weird. You try to get your feet up under, you don't know nobody, that
Right.
kind of thing, and it's always just a tid awkward until you get you're there.
So what awkward?
A tid.
Yeah, tidbit.
Yeah, a tidbit awkward.
Yeah.
And so let's overanalyze every word I say.
No, just that one.
Look on
But when we go out there and we put these targets up,
Mm-hmm.
I literally haven't seen Johnny or anybody else for over a year. We go out there and it's just going to be like, hey man, how's it going? You know, and we go to work. That's all every time. But so Amanda, what are you looking forward to during the Howard Hill? Please enlighten us what it is that you're looking forward to.
At this point, there will be no. I will have not be there at all. Because I'm a mom.
Yeah.
It was either the children's shoot or the Tennessee Classic, but I don't think it was the Classic.
No,
But
it
I was
wasn't
really
Classic.
shocked to see him.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
it definitely was who I thought it was.
If I can find my kid a ride to band camp, I'll be able
Well.
to shoot Thursday, and then I have to leave.
You'll have to leave.
Yeah.
So your day, like even from what I know, your days are continuing to dwindle down.
Yeah.
Okay. So there must be some things that I'm not particularly aware of.
Well, no, there's just the band camp. Kelsey needs a ride Thursday and Friday. Well, all
Okay.
week, but Thursday, Friday. I have to have Addie at full dress rehearsals on Friday night, and then she has 2 performances on Saturday at 2 and at 6.
Well,
She'll see
at
us
the
back
very
on Sunday.
And then I'll be back and be there on Sunday.
at the very least, you won't have to sleep in a tent and all the
Nope.
heat. Well, I'll have AC. We'll have AC. I've got the camper. I'm working on the camper. Next year, we'll have a camper
What are you sleeping in this year?
tent,
Oh,
like I do
was
every year.
confused. But because you won't be there, you won't have to do
Yeah, I won't have to do that.
Right.
Just go ahead and do the floor, and you can just stay in the camper. Throw a tarp over it.
I would, but there's a lot of work to that. So I got to disassemble the whole thing.
Yeah, just put a floor over that floor. You're good.
All right. Yeah, floor.
It cancels that. It cancels out the bad one.
Yeah, you're right. It does. I mean, as long as the studs are there, like the bottom could just deteriorate. I mean, there's like some moisture transition into the new stuff that
you
could
just put-
eventually.
Yeah,
be
but then
an
you
issue.
just make another one. Once
put
that
some
one starts
plastic
going
tarp.
out, you just
And by
throw
the time
another
you're all
one.
said and done with, you'll just be 10 feet high.
That's
and
what
this, like,
carpenter's
tuck your
plastic
nose
is
with the-
for. It's a moisture barrier.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And put a little felt down or something.
Right. Like hardwood flooring.
People are like, what are they even talking about anymore?
So
Breaking
it's-
Trad rebuilds campers.
I just noticed though, like that when the show was over, then you guys put your phones down. You know what I'm
We
saying?
like to talk, and Terry likes to talk. So we
we
really
had
were
to
just giving
distract
him his
ourselves so we were
stage.
not rude and interrupt him.
We were just trying to give him his stage because we are limited in time, and then if Amanda and I start in and,
And
we're
then
going
we
back and
take
forth,
up
and then,
his-
like it's
We
just-
take up his time.
Right. Okay. So what was all the snickering about with the?
Amanda and I are signing ourselves up for a patriotic pageant, and one of us is
Yeah.
going to be a wacky waver, and the other's going to be a dinosaur.
They're patriotic wacky waver, and one's a patriotic dinosaur, like the blow up. So
Because that we can compete in, because we can be goofy.
well,
that'd be great. I think we'd win.
when is that?
I agree.
When is it?
July something.
Y'all look out for that. July something. They're going to be on stage as a wacky waver and a patriotic dinosaur.
We need
In
to
a
go on
pageant.
together.
Yeah. Yeah, I just did that.
We should
That's- I don't
we
ever
do
do
a
that.
mommy and me. Do a mommy and me.
All right.
Our kids would hate
Hey,
us.
but then again, when y'all go somewhere, probably already, most people already think it's mommy and me.
I couldn't even hold
Lord.
it in.
All right.
There was a dinosaur. I just had to go.
So let's thank everybody who is a patron for the Breaking Trad. That's patreon.com/Breaking Trad. Thanks everybody for signing up. We've several. I won't say many. I will say several. It sounds.
Yeah, because that would lead people to believe Minnie Mouse signed up.
We should have a new
You know,
video coming up
yes.
soon.
We do. We will have a new video coming up soon.
Unfortunately, be lacking Alan's attempted murder on Brittany, but you know.
Oh yeah.
And if you don't know what we're talking
Premeditated.
about, you got to check out the podcast before. You can
Yeah.
at least hear about it.
That's right.
Premeditated murder.
It's
Premeditated.
if it's not premeditated.
Well, if it was premeditated, he really sucks
I mean-
at it because you're here this week. so-
Yeah, the only target
mean-
you didn't record, you almost killed Brittany.
Well, look, just to be clear, I've not done anything that I didn't do all the way.
Whatever.
Well, I mean, the limb did fall all the way down. So
Yeah, he just.
Your attempt was void.
Squaboshed by the
Futile.
What is it? Squaboshed or quaboshed?
Because what doesn't kill
Scaboshed.
makes us strong.
What is it?
I have no idea. Never heard the word.
I don't know. I think it has something to do with squash. Anyway,
Gourd head, squash neck. Raise hell, praise Dale. No,
No.
she's hanging herself with her own headphone cord. All right. So thanks everybody who's a patron on Patreon. Let's not forget our sponsors, Three Rivers Archery.
right?
Who's hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit and supporting us, and we support them. You know,
They are awesome.
they are awesome. We'll go ahead and mention IBO. Yeah, so IBO Traditional. We just actually one half of the BT crew made it to Tennessee to shoot a IBO Traditional event hosted by the fellas there at at Buck Hollow
Hollow.
Bow Hunters.
That's because they left us here. They wouldn't let us go.
We said, "Come on."
Sometimes you just got to clean your garage, you know?
Yeah, I do. I know.
Is that a metaphor?
That's a terrible metaphor.
I mean, it wasn't that kind of darker visit, but whatever.
Oh, even Billy Bob's over there like, what the hell is going on?
You just got to know these people.
Pretty
This is why we
If
need
you-
our own TV show.
Yeah, if you've ever been on the trail near us, you know.
It's eventful.
Yep.
You know.
Okay. I think that's it. Are we
Yeah.
done?
I think so.
Yeah.
I still think we should bring our awards to the Howard Hills. I think we should probably mention that to Terry. We can make it happen.
Okay. Maybe we'll mention that to Tara. All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming and joining us, or enjoying us.
Thanks for adjoining us.
Thanks for enjoying us tonight.
All right.
Please send us pictures of you sitting next to the screen when he says adjoining us and send them to our Facebook page.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Breaking Trad. We hope to see you guys next week.
We'll be here.
Yep. Bye now.